All right. Hello, hello. Happy Monday. It is time to rock and roll. It is time to go. I love that Dina's on here. Dina messaged me and said, if you don't talk about this on Power 30, we're not friends. So I said, I'm coming on and I'm talking about it. Okay. She didn't say that. She didn't threaten me quite so harshly, but she basically did. Um, but her point was valid and I feel like it was really, really good. So something that in complete honesty, because I'm a normal person. I'm a regular old gal over here, right? Just trying to, raise 9 kids, be a wife, be a sports fan, completely all in on my son's basketball team right now. Um, all of the things is that I totally have missed the ball on training something that I personally do to develop silvers, to develop people into getting them to the next level. And so I shared this last night on my accountability call, and I want to share it today, but I'm going to share a little more in detail. So, one of the things that I recognize is when I was creating a spreadsheet for myself, which I'd be happy to share with anybody who wants it. When I was creating a spreadsheet, um, Rodney asked me, he's like, well, what do you want on there? And I was like, well, I want a space for 5 times where I've told them about the referral link. I went through my old messages for all my old builders, for all my builders, for all the people that I've messaged. And what I found was that typically, statistically speaking, that when I shared the referral link 5 times, and I'm going to go into detail on this, so don't worry, they would become a silver ambassador or beyond. Okay. And my belief, and I want you to drop a one in the comments if I want you to drop a 1 to 10 rating yourself. If you had a gun to your head, this is extreme, but y'all know how I roll. If you had a gun to your head and it said you have to develop a silver this month, what is your belief that you could do it? It is the only thing standing between you and hitting diamond. I can get a silver developed this month. What is your belief system? And what I mean is when I say that, do you get triggered? Are you like, oh, I feel like it's an 8. I feel like, I don't know. Okay. Now, I'm not going to be talking about your feelings. I'm not going to be talking about if you're triggered or just emotional, all the things. This is straight up strategy. And this is straight up something that you can completely change your business today. Okay. I'm going to share something with you that literally can change your business forever today. So, sharing your referral link or telling them about the referral link 5 times. And I'm going to go through that process that I do. And I have done this really since the beginning because I knew that my belief was very high in developing business builders. My belief wasn't so high that I could just become a master recruiter. So I literally was telling Megan and Cheryl the other day because Cheryl is so sweet and just always like, she's like my mom. She just screenshots. She's like, you're on leaders board. You're here. You're doing this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're the best. And so she sent, and I said back, you know what? I said, it's so crazy. Everything seems so big and so far away until it's not, and until you're in it and you're doing it. And so my reentry account, it's this little bitty team. Rachel's on it, Sean's on it, Nicole, Tiffany, Alicia. And once they're all in momentum and doing stuff, it's crazy what can happen. And it made me reminded my brain that something that Phil used to tell Megan all the time. He's like, you do this one bite at a time, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. It's one person at a time and not taking any person for granted. What I think happens is we start hyper focusing on, I need to get 6 people, I need to get 6 orders. So I'm going to just bring them all in myself. But that's not really building a business, right? That's being an affiliate marketer. That's bringing in people off social media. That's signing up as many people as you can personally and not truly building a business. Who here wants a business that you literally could go to bed and have 30 joins while you're sleeping? Raise your hand up high and claim it if you want that kind of business, right? We want those kind of businesses. So I go to bed on the last day of the month. I fell asleep, which normally doesn't happen. And I fall asleep and I wake up to so many emails. I literally had chills and I'm like, this is If you would have told me this when I was a gold ambassador, you would have told me this when I was an emerald ambassador, I would have been like, you're crazy. It's one bite at a time. It's one person at a time. And every person, I want you to start picturing this in your mind. Stop prejudging people. Stop, stop, stop. Even if they tell you, I don't want this business, I absolutely will never do it. My friend Alicia's on here today. We've met one time in person. I brought her some samples. That's it. Okay. She doesn't know me. I don't know her very well. And well, now we do. We talk all the time now, but we didn't like 3 weeks ago. We didn't know each other. Okay. And what it is she told me she was never going to do the business. She was like, I'm not going to do this business. She even like used a term like I'm not your red marble or something. She'd read this book. It was like, I'm not the person, girl. I'm not the person. I was like, okay, no problem. But just so you know, you have a referral link that could bring you $300. Next thing you know, sister's like, I'm all in. Let's go. Be making bank money. So what I want to share is the simple system that I have that I've never recognized as a system. And it's really how I develop silvers. Cheryl, yeah, you're on. I was giving you a shout out for always just being like my mom and screenshotting stuff and sending it to me. I love it so much. So I start sharing the referral link from the very first interaction about Plexus. So when I go back through my messages, it's so funny. I rely on the ability to be brave enough. That's it. That's all this requires to start sharing the referral link immediately. I could not rely on the fact that I'm just going to bring in as many people as I want. If you go gold signing everybody up yourself, you will not stay gold. You have to develop people underneath you. You have to. You can't be the shiny star, right, forever and sign up all the people. You want to, and let me tell you, this is the best part. You're going to love it. You're going to love this because it's like having one of your kids do something. You're like, oh my gosh, you did it. Like, this is the best. So getting outside of ourselves, right, and starting to think about what does this look like for me? How can I apply this? This will change everything for you. I start sharing it immediately. So somebody says, hey, what's Plexus and how much is it? Well, the first thing I say, right, I'm probably going to send a video on what Plexus is. And my next thing is I always say this, oh my gosh, girl, it's super affordable. And then I'm going to give them a price for one of our bigger packages. And I'm going to say, but we have different price points that are available. But the best part is, and I say this, okay, and it's so funny. I'm like, I don't even know that I'm saying it, but I do it in every message. And then I say, but also the best part is for free. You get a referral link that you can share with people and you can earn $300 for just sharing the products with 3 people. So I say that right away. Okay. I have noticed it is not until the 3rd time that I've shared about the referral link in a very casual, calm way. I'm not a psycho, right? I'm not going in there and just out of nowhere being like, referral link, let's go, right? It's very authentic, but I want them to know this is where I want you to head, right? Because I know for a fact people want these products. I know for a fact that everybody needs gut health. I know for a fact that it makes the tired mama feel amazing. I know for a fact that this works. And I know for a fact that nobody ever in a million years will be like, I don't want the $300. Here's what else I know is that network marketing and affiliate marketing, you have to update your story of what people think. It has never been cooler. That is the truth. It has never been cooler. Everybody and their dog wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to get on social media and sell something or share something or, oh my gosh, I'm like making millions doing this. Everybody wants to do that. We can teach them how to do that, right? And so don't feel like people are like, oh my gosh, I'm going to sit through an hour-long presentation of a slideshow and like give you my firstborn child. So here is what I want you to start telling yourself. I have to let people know at least 3 times before it even counts. Okay. So I tell them right when they first start talking to me, and then maybe they're like, okay, they'll normally ignore that part. They'll be like, all right, this is going to, this is what I want to get better at. This is where my goals are, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I answer that and then I say it again. And when you love the products, which you will, you can share and earn $300. I am like a dog with a bone. I'm relentless when it comes to it, but I'm not a bully and I'm not mean and I'm not weird about it, but I'm relentless about it. The next conversation on the third time through, typically it's after they've tried their products. They're like, I love the taste of the pink drink. Listen, they could be like, I like the look of it. I'm like, you should share that. They could be like, oh, the packet opens and it smells good. I'm like, share that. Like, I don't care what it is. If they come out with a positive thing, I'm like, you should totally share that on social media. You should share that with your friends. You should sign up. And if I know them, I will even give them 3 ideas. You should sign up your mom. Oh my gosh, your sister Jenny would love this, right? I'll share exactly who they should share it with. Here's the thing. This is like, it's like magic. By the third time, they're going to ask you a question about the business. And that's where I feel like I've really realized it's like, okay, people are just, they're afraid. They don't know what it is. Some people aren't even afraid. They're just not sure what it entails or anything like that. So they'll start to say things like, well, do they have to be people who want to sell? You're like, no, they don't. What's another question I get? What happens if they return? What happens if they don't like it? Well, then I get to tell them about the 60-day money back guarantee, right? Well, they have a 60-day money back guarantee too. So like there's no pressure. Is it real money? Like people are genuinely like, they're like, do I get paid in, pink drink? Like people, they don't know what this is. And then the big thing is cost. Is it going to cost me any money to share? Because a lot of companies do that, right? And so Plexus, it's free. It's a free upgrade. You become a brand ambassador and you make cash. So the third time I've noticed that questions start kind of coming out and I'm able to hear really what it is. And I was talking to Nicole this morning and we were talking about this and I said, really what it is finding out what they're afraid of and then helping them walk through that and letting them know. So that's the third time. They've just got their products and I have spoken to them 3 times about their referral link. Who is terrified right now? Just be honest. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're like, I'm so scared. Okay. Drop a 2 in the comments if you're like, this is life-giving and I need this. If you're scared to talk about the business, you're not talking about the business. You don't need to be scared. There's nothing to be scared of. People will say no, thank you, I'm good, and then they'll share with people. Everybody is sharing, right? If I mix up my drink and I go into my kid's basketball game with this and it's see-through, somebody will ask me what that is, right? What are you drinking? What's in it? What's in your cup over there, right? They're going to want to know what you're drinking. People are going to be sharing, even if they tell you they never want to. It may totally be by accident. Cheryl Muller swore up and down she would never share this business. The only reason she was taking it was to support me because I was her widowed friend. That was the only reason. 6 months later, signs up Megan under the wrong account. We don't even know for months because I didn't even know that she signed anybody up. Now they're diamonds, okay? People are going to share even when they tell you they're not. So I continue to share this. Okay, so I'm on number 3, and now number 4 and 5 are coming, okay? This is where follow-up is so important, and you just keep gently sharing. Okay, I want you, and every time I'm checking in on them, if they notice some results, I'm like, you should share those results. Like what happened with Alicia. So Alicia does a 3-day reset, loses 9 pounds, feels amazing. Well, then after her reset, like a week later, 2 weeks later, her before and afters are unreal. Like she's losing more weight after the reset. It's amazing, right? Gut health will do that for us. And so like, I didn't even have to tell her to share it. She's a natural content sharer person, like really, really good at content. She just starts sharing it, right? Rachel is amazing at social proofing. She's taking everything she's hearing and she's putting it out there for people. Here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go, right? It's allowing people to know. I'm constantly, hey, you should share that. You should share that with somebody. Did you know? Did I tell you yet? When you have 3 people, you can make $300. And then once they go silver, you're able to have those conversations of what senior silver looks like, what gold looks like, and all of those things. And Alicia said it best when we talked on Saturday, and she was like, it's like they get that bit in your mouth, right? It's like, okay, I can make some money here. Like, I'm gonna do this. And that's the thing is with Plexus, what's so amazing is you don't have to have 25 legs going, right? To start making money. I want you to picture in your head, I need 5 people. I just need 5 people who want to do this with me. So if it's that important to you that you become a diamond, if it's that important to you that, oh my gosh, $10,000 a month would be life-giving, if 10,000 or $8,000 a month would be life-giving, if 20 would be incredible, the more builders you have, the more money you're going to make, right? And so this is a skill set that you're going to want to learn. But what's beautiful about this is it relied nothing on my personality. None of what I just said relied on a fun, outgoing personality. Like you can literally, did I just call myself fun and outgoing by mistake? um, you can be, it's like, I mean, you don't have to have an amazing personality like me. No, you can literally be in a bad mood. You can be feeling frustrated. You can be feeling, I don't want to do this. I don't care. You can say all those things and still message. I could be sick from the flu and laying in bed and be like, I'm going to send this message. It's literally just finding ways. And something that I found really helps, because sometimes being brave is scary, is that I type out the message, I put it in my notes, and I copy and I paste it. And then I don't have an option. Yes. And then I don't have an option of just not doing it. So a lot of times I'll hear people be like, well, I'm talking about the business. I'm like, but are you talking about it 5 times? Are you talking about one time and never, ever again? So really pushing yourself to that next level of business ownership is, if I want to do this business, I must create business builders. And the best way to create business builders is through developing silvers. Go ahead and grab your +1. Right? That's what Plex's whole thing. They're like, just grab a +1. And then usually after you get +1, people are like, oh, okay, more curious about going silver. I love to have the conversations right away, up front, immediately. And the other thing I was going to say that I always say is there's no pressure. There's probably someone out there who's like, never say no pressure. Don't ever say that. But I do, because that's authentically me. I want you to know I would rather you be on the products and never share than not be on the products at all, right? So I'm always in the boat of there's no pressure to share. But when you love it, you're going to want to help your friends. You're going to want to tell people about it. So I want you to know exactly what's on the table for you. So sharing that the 5 times. So the 4th and 5th time, a lot of the times are when they're telling me that they're loving their products. I'm like, you should share it. Oftentimes I will actually send some example posts. If you go to the Wellness Co 30 days of Facebook posting, there's ideas on there for really short and sweet posts. And I will pick one and I'll be like, something like this would be awesome. You could totally post something like this. See, it's like not salesy at all. And really encouraging people to make that first post and get out of their comfort zone. I really like for people to post on their stories first. It just feels a little less aggressive, and then also allows us to see, okay, we don't want it to be too salesy, right? So I want to make sure that the posting is good and all that stuff. So really focusing on, am I sharing the business 5 times throughout the lifespan of a new VIP? And then knowing it's okay if they don't share. I have a girl who's been with me for 9.5 years, literally signed up like within the first 2 months that I was in Plexus. And she will share every once in a while when I ask her to, but you better believe every month I'm in my chat with her, with Miss Felicia. I'm like, Felicia, come on. You've been taking these products for 9 years. Like, you can share with 3 people. Let's go. And she hasn't yet, but she thinks it's hilarious. She thinks it's endearing. And because I'm constantly checking in. And when she tells me, I mean, she's off her diabetes medication, her high blood pressure medication, her cholesterol medication, all of the things. It's like, you got to tell people she'll never go without her Plexus. And but my point is that I'm always following up. I'm always going back in there. Nobody is off limits. So here's what I want you to know is that your business is not too far built to go back to these people and share the referral link and find really creative ways to do it. This is our job, right? It's to find creative ways to be authentic. I can absolutely give you some language to use. Hey, for free, you get a referral link. You should totally use it. No pressure though. But you have to authentically feel comfortable with it, with what you're saying. And then just know you're probably going to feel nervous. There's still people that I feel nervous to send that to, but I never let that stop me from doing it. So that's literally the verbiage I use. And you get, with your purchase, a free referral link for $300 when you sign up 3 people for the products. That's the other thing. A lot of people think that those 3 people need to sell. They don't. But how do you know what people are thinking when you never tell them? Or you tell them one time and you never bring it up again? This is what I feel to be is true. People are never thinking, oh my gosh, here comes Caitlin again trying to get me to do the business. They're literally thinking, does she think I can do that? Like, does she think I can do this business? Like, I'm scared, but does she think I can? And when you hold that belief, it changes everything. You're not so much worried about what they think. You're more focused on how can I help them build? How can I help them believe in themselves enough that they can do this? And so just sharing that from a place of authenticity, right? I'm here to tell you, if I went diamond, widowed with 4 kids, losing both my parents, milking cows, teaching cheese classes, teaching people how to can their food, okay, for extra money. If I can go diamond, anybody can do this. That is the absolute truth. Not everybody will, but anybody can. And if you will apply what I'm teaching you here today, I'm telling you it will change your business. I have gone through a lot of messages in my accountability group, and all I'm seeing is product, 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 product. No one's talking about the business, and we think we are. We think we are. That's the crazy part. We think all I'm doing is talk about the business. Like, no, you're not. You need to share it 5 times at least. And then some people, it's going to be monthly for the rest of their Plexus time. So I want you to ask yourself, am I doing that with people? Am I going back and sharing the referral link with my happy customers? Am I sharing the referral link over and over and over again consistently? And then where's my belief that I can develop a silver? Here's the next part that I want to say. There is no magic secret sauce to developing a silver or senior silver. They're doing the hard work. They're the ones putting themselves out there. I couldn't sign up 9 people for Alicia. Alicia had to be the one to put herself out there and get the 9 people. Your job is to empower them to do it for themselves. Our job is to cast the vision of what's possible, and then they make that decision. It's not about forcing or coercing or, begging them into it. It's literally, girl, you can absolutely do this. I want you to picture that every person who comes to your business has a network of 300 people. How many people are you just writing off because you've decided that they don't want the business? I want you from now on to be like, if I'm writing off Sister Sally, I'm writing off 301 people potentially joining my team. I want you to think of it in that way. Everybody has a network and everybody has something to bring to the table. And so when you picture it that way, it's like, okay, every person matters and every person gets my complete great customer service. And they're going to get 5 follow-up messages at the bare minimum of the referral link. Can I tell you I'd be missing an entire diamond leg? If Cheryl was just like, yeah, I mean, I shared with Megan going silver. I mean, I know you're on here, but I don't know if you can talk or not, but I shared with Megan going silver every month. She will tell you, I followed up every single month. I'd be like, is this the month? Is this the month that we do it? Is this the month that you're going to share? Let's go. 5 months. How many people are you giving up on day one because they tell you they don't want the business? 5 months. I shared, right? So I want you to picture that in your mind. And yeah, she'd say, nope, not this month. But she would never just shut me down completely, right? So I kept going back. Hey, okay, like, let's go. This is a good month. You've had great results. Let's share them. Let's go. So 5 months. I want you to picture if I can share at least 5 times, it's the long game. Yes. If I can share at least 5 times and then follow up once a month and really share. Yeah. And I got one person and and I asked, is this your running buddy? And I didn't even know what that meant. Yeah. So here's one other tip now that you brought that up, and then I'm going to let y'all go. But is when you're first starting out, and if you're in that gold, senior silver and gold era, you're going to want a running buddy to do this with. So really looking for that person that you can run this business with, your best friend, one of your friends, someone from church, someone from work, somebody who is like, I'm all in on this. Let's go. Let's do this. It does make it so much more fun and so much quicker and faster. And that's something that we don't talk near enough about, is getting a running buddy. But I hope this was helpful for you guys. Is developing a silver is not difficult. It's follow-up. It's continuously talking about it and sharing about it and not giving up on people and allowing people to change their minds, allowing people to grow with you and change their minds about the business. Plexus is very different and very unique. You don't have to, say I'm going to be a diamond. You literally can share with 3 people or 9 people, make $300, $800, $900 and go on your merry way, right? This is it's a very unique business. And so, but to create a network marketing business where you're making residual money, where you're making money while you sleep, I'm here to tell you, I've done it, is that you have to follow up and you have to create business builders. It is the only way to sustain it. You don't want all the pressure on your shoulders. You must. So how do I do that, Alita? You take exactly what I shared, knowing that you don't need a new skill. You take exactly what I shared. You do not get up from your desk or your bed or wherever you are, and you write out your message that every person is going to get from now on the first Plexus communication with you, and you're going to copy and paste it, and you're going to start practicing doing this. Don't rely on your memory. Don't rely on, I hope I do it. Literally put it in your notes and be like, I'm going to talk about silver at least 5 times with people until they start talking and asking questions, right? Okay. If you have any questions, ask them in the chat. If you are going to be my newest, biggest silver developer, go into the Energy Bus chat and say it. Okay. Claim it and say it, and let's go. I want to get as much money in the hands of good people who want to do good things as we possibly can. That is my mission. That is my goal. That is my heart. So if you want to make more money, this is the way to do it. And I love you guys. Let's go. Let's rock it out. Happy Monday. Let's go.